And in 1984, Phi Kappa Theta Foundation began recognizing men of achievement, brothers who have risen to prominence in their respective professional fields, who provide us with inspiring examples how we as brothers are committed to serving society. And this evening's program provides us the opportunity to recognize one of two recipients of the award this year, our first recipient. And as you will soon see, it's a man who is committed to his family, to his faith, to serving others, to paying it forward. And there is no one that I know that I could say truly further exemplifies being a servant leader than my brother and now good friend Mike Callais. So we'll have there's a program with the bio of Mike, and you'll see more in a video in a minute. I first want to thank Miss Gloria and Mike's fraternity brothers and friends, and Blanche, of course, for being here to support him at this special time. And would y'all stand and let us recognize you? And I just want to briefly share some thoughts. Again, his bio's in the program. You'll see a man who's been successful in business and running a family company, and which he does today, and serving on a bank board, and his legacy of community service is very lengthy. We do have a special request, though, because Mike is going to be on the ballot in November for a port commissioner at Lafourche Parish. And so we need all of you to register to vote in the parish before probably a couple of weeks, but I know we can count on you for that. But Mike is truly a humble servant leader, and I can recall when we first approached him, when Rob and I did, about this award, he didn't say yes, and most people accept an award like this instantly. And I think he agonized over it, and we had to get our secret weapon, Blanche, to help us. And he finally accepted, but with great humility, and in saying that his accomplishments were due to his mother, his father, his family, his friends, his brothers. And that's the kind of man that Mike is. He's very humble. I think you'll see a glimpse of it, but he was very successful in business, but he was called to that role because of some unforeseen and really tragic circumstances in the family, where I think he would say at LSU with his brothers and friends, he didn't think about running a family business, and a very successful one. But the time came when he was called to do so, and through that experience, made some very wise decisions that had he been entrenched in the business, someone else probably wouldn't have made, and that I think benefited the family and so many organizations that they are supportive of. He was the right man at the right time, and truly, humbly called, and through, again, some unforeseen and tragic circumstances. And he would tell you that. He and Blanche and the family are very generous. And tomorrow we'll probably remark on the success of the Cardinal World Fund for spiritual development. And we're thrilled that the fraternity is partnering with Dr. Brown and his team to develop some curriculum and resources that every chapter will have, every brother will have, because of the spiritual pillar is so important to each of us. And I can say that we wouldn't have had the success of that fund were it not for Mike, and for him kind of catching fire on that as an important initiative. And we look forward to seeing that fund grow and continue, but it wouldn't have been possible. But very quietly, very humbly, asking questions. We were thrilled a while back. Again, we had to get Blanche involved to ask Mike to serve on the foundation board, and he has been very committed in that role. He's always there, always responds, is always a joyful leader, a humble servant. And I think, to me at least, that is why, and you'll see in a minute, he is so deserving of this award, is that he is so humble that he accepted it with great reluctance. But we are thrilled to call him our brother and our friend and a leader who is going to help transform the foundation and therefore the support that all of you receive as brothers. So we've got a short video to show you a little bit about Mike and in his own words, hear what keeps him driven.
It is important to try to find the balance between things you enjoy and things that you know you will be able to support yourself with. A lot of younger people, they need to find the balance of things they enjoy and things that where they'll be able to get a job. When I was in high school, I told my dad, I'd like to go into marine biology. He said, that's good. What kind of job are you gonna get with that? You know? My dad was a very faith-filled man. He had bypass surgery at the age of 39. And so I guess maybe that was the big turning point in his life when he realized that he won't be here forever. So he had to try to focus more on important things. Even though he was very busy and active in his businesses and community, he always had a place for God in his life, regardless of whether he was in church. He did teach me the importance of sharing our blessings, our time, talent, and treasure with others. And it's not for us, it's not from us. Those blessings come from God, and we've got to return them to God. On the day he passed away, he was a scuba diver, and right before diving in on this final dive, there was supposed to be a hurricane that would have canceled the trip, but the hurricane swerved and they were able to go. His comment was, God is great. Some things in our life we can control and others we can't. He firmly believed in that, controlling the things you can and not worrying about the things you can't control. We have to believe that we're put here for a reason. We don't know why we were put into this situation, but other people were put into other different situations that they didn't ask for. So we need to try to remember them and help them to reach their potential as well. My mom, I'd have to say, was the one who brought myself and my brothers to church every Sunday. Sometimes my dad couldn't go because of his work obligations. So she was the first one to try to teach us the importance of a spiritual life. God isn't part-time, God is all the time. God is with you always, and you have to keep that in mind. Service is important for anyone, and you know that ties along with faith. It helps you to know that there's something more that you can work for. It said that Cajuns like to live life to the fullest. That's one part of just having a happy life. Well, Mike Callais, I enjoyed sharing my story with you. Thanks for riding along.
Please join with me in welcoming our 2018 Man of Achievement, Mike Callais. Mike?
Thank you for your kind words, and thank you, brothers and guests, for this recognition. I would like to thank Jeff and the Foundation Board, Adrian and the Fraternity Board, and Rob, along with the rest of the staff and volunteers of the fraternity, for conducting this conference. The work you do continues to make a great impact on the future generations of leaders. This organization has helped in the formation of many successful leaders of government and industry over the years. So being chosen for this recognition is such an incredible honor for me. I accept it on behalf of my family and friends over the years that have inspired and guided me in my life to make me who I am today. Because our fraternity's mission is to actively develop men to be effective leaders who passionately serve society, fraternity, and God, I think that the work of the Cardinal Donald World Spiritual Development Fund exemplifies this. I feel that the work being done here can truly help to develop servant leaders who will make a difference in our society and world for the betterment of all future generations. I urge you all to make some contribution to our fraternity's foundation, as you already do for our fraternity. Again, thank you all for this recognition.